Guys, something is happening at the 2026 World Cup that the soccer world isn't quite ready for yet. Cristiano Ronaldo is exactly 41 years old. He has scored over 900 goals in his career. He has been at the top for nearly a quarter of a century and is still competing in this tournament. But this time, things are very different. This time, we're facing him at his most dangerous. This isn't a Ronaldo driven by nostalgia. He's a thoroughly tactical and knowledgeable player. People think he's getting old and that he's past his prime, but I think they're wrong. Right now, he's at a level where he can completely change the course of the game without even touching the ball, and this is going to be a total nightmare for every coach who faces him in the coming weeks. This World Cup was supposed to be the tournament of the new generation of kings, wasn't it? 48 teams, 100 for matches, 3 host countries, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The tournament seemed as if it had been designed for a new era of soccer, one that was faster, younger, and more athletic. On paper, this tournament was supposed to be a showcase for the new generation. But when it comes to Portugal and that guy, the whole scenario suddenly falls apart and goes out the window. To understand why Ronaldo will be such a game-changing threat in 2026, we need to look at where he comes from. I'm not talking about that unstoppable kid at Real Madrid. I'm talking about the difficult period he went through while playing for Portugal. For years, Portugal had fantastic teams, but the trophy always slipped through their fingers. The first major setback came in 2004, when we lost to Greece on our home turf. We remember Ronaldo's childlike tears as if it were yesterday, but his World Cup dreams kept hitting a roadblock every time. But the deepest wound was undoubtedly inflicted in Qatar in 2022. After the Morocco match, we saw Ronaldo walking alone through that dark tunnel, crying. The world's best player had been benched and was completely devastated. For many people, this was the end of the road. They said his time was up. They said Ronaldo was finished. But there was one thing they had forgotten. The word give up had never been in this man's vocabulary. He's back, paying no heed to the criticism or age restrictions. He took to the field once again in that uniform. Then someone came along and changed everything in Portugal. Roberto Martínez didn't come with grand promises, but with a very clear plan. Portugal has transformed itself into one of the most flawless and ruthless attacking machines of recent years. The numbers don't lie, folks. Portugal is no longer a team that rests solely on Ronaldo's shoulders. Martínez has built a team that can win even without Ronaldo, but when Ronaldo is on the roster, this team becomes an unbeatable force. This new culture that has been established is focused on a single goal: to be the best in history. So, what sets the 2026 Portugal tournament apart from previous ones? This team is no longer the kind that just passes the ball to Ronaldo and waits. This team has an incredible backbone and a beast of a midfield. Bruno Fernandes is now one of the team's leaders. He leaves no stone unturned on the field. Bernardo Silva is there with that genius-level intelligence that throws the opposing defense off balance the moment he gets the ball. On the left wing, there's a speed demon like Rafael Leo, who tears through defenses all on his own. Youngju Oniz is a real dynamo in midfield, pressing relentlessly and winning the ball. And in goal, Diogo Costa, a nightmare for opponents in penalty shootouts, inspires confidence. So, folks, Ronaldo no longer has to do everything on the field all at once. Portugal will run for him, fight for him, and create space for him. Ronaldo, on the other hand, will simply wait for that moment, that single second when he delivers the finishing blow. In the knockout rounds, in do-or-die matches, this is the most dangerous thing an opponent can face. Now, let's be honest and talk about the real Ronaldo of 2026. There's a common perception, and then there are the facts. The common perception goes, he's 41, playing in Saudi Arabia. His pace has dropped. He's not the Ronaldo of old anymore. Yes, the Saudi League isn't the Champions League, that's true. But a striker's instinct never fades. Guys, that timing, that positioning sense, that ability to sense a defensive mistake before they even make it. These aren't about physicality, they're about football genius. Take a look at his stats in Saudi Arabia. The guy still scores over 50 goals every season. Maintaining that hunger at 41 isn't something a normal person can do. This guy's a machine that doesn't know what fatigue is. Ronaldo doesn't need to dominate the entire 90 minutes anymore. He's there to punish the defense for that split-second lapse in concentration inside the penalty area. That single second when the defense steps back, when the goalkeeper misjudges the angle, is all he needs, while other players analyze the play afterward. He's already 3 moves ahead. The football world has made this mistake before. They've written him off countless times, but he's risen from the ashes every single time. Remember, when he left Real Madrid, they said, he's on the decline now. But he went on to break scoring records at Juventus. They call him a problem at Manchester United. But he left and continued to make history with the national team. He has always been a hero who steps up in the darkest moments, just like he did with those unforgettable free-kick goals and those headers deemed impossible. Now, in this World Cup, he's playing without any pressure, having won every trophy in his career. He's on the field one last time to claim the only missing piece, that golden trophy. The boy who cried when Portugal was eliminated is now leading his team as a mature leader. The young players idolize him. They're ready to give their all on the field at his word. This synergy makes this Portugal team the tournament's biggest favorite as a coach. How could you possibly defend against Ronaldo? If you press him too hard, Bruno and Bernardo will find wide-open spaces behind. If you sit back and close down the space, Ronaldo will deliver one of those legendary headers in the penalty area. If you try to stop him with man-to-man marking, Leo will burst into the box from the wing like a storm. In other words, Ronaldo has become a tactical weapon that shatters opponents simply by his presence on the field. He is no longer just a soccer player. He is a walking threat on the field. Tournament soccer isn't like a league marathon. The league demands consistency, while the tournament punishes moments, a single penalty, a single free kick, or a single header in extra time can decide the outcome. And in those moments, you want Cristiano Ronaldo at the ball. Portugal's squad depth in this tournament is incredible. Even the players coming off the bench are stars in their own teams. This completely takes the pressure off Ronaldo. He'll simply position himself like a hunter lying in wait around the penalty area, and opposing defenses will have to spend the entire 90 minutes looking over their shoulders. That young kid who couldn't handle the pressure back in 2004 has now become the pressure itself. All the criticism on social media, the people saying he should retire now, it's all just fuel for him. While people talk about the new generation of stars, Yamal, Musiala, Vinicius, Ronaldo waits quietly on the sidelines, as if to say, I haven't had my final say yet. Just look at this man's physical condition. He's 41 years old, but still has the body of a 25-year-old athlete. His diet, his sleep, his work ethic. He's the most professional athlete football history has ever seen. And all this hard work, all these sacrifices, have a single purpose: to lift that trophy. They said they couldn't win the Champions League, they won it 5 times. They said they couldn't win a trophy with Portugal, they made them European champions. Now he's there to achieve the impossible. And to be honest, I've always trusted him. When the tournament begins, when that first whistle blows, everything will be reset. Neither the Saudi League nor the age debates will remain in people's minds. There will only be the green field and those deadly stares fixed on the goal. We're not just watching a soccer player's final tournament, guys. We're bearing witness to a living legend making history. Those tears in the tunnel could turn into a victory scream in 2026. And when that final whistle blows, the stands will echo with that famous scream, "See you, thank you, Cristiano." Enchant us one last time. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.